What you're about to experience are my opinions and truths. I'm suggesting they're possibilities for you to consider, in which you can then come up with your own logical conclusions. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow decoders around the world, wherever you may be, both male and female, my name is Logan, and this is Decode Your Reality. And today, we're going to be breaking down and decoding the Central Intelligence Agency. And I know they're going to be listening to this because everything's being scanned now, which is fine because these are my opinions and truth. This is completely for educational purposes only, and it is for your observations. I had no plans to decode this topic, but as fate would have it, here I am. I put this together literally tonight. And it all started by, I'm like, what am I going to do for a decode next? And I pulled this folder out. I've been working on this one for a while, and I got this coming out. But, you know, when you go research this Area 51, and this is why I fell into the CIA and why I'm decoding it, is because the United States Air Force, which I was in, and the CIA, they acquired this site in 1955, and then they released it. They acknowledged the base existence and all this kind of and all this interesting stuff. And the reason why I chose the song by Depeche Mode, the great band, so go support this band. I was trying to find a song, Where's Truth? Because the CIA is all supposedly about discovering the truth, and I'm going to show you all this stuff. And this was the song that landed on my lap. Amazing song. So go support this band. But I'm going to break down the CIA a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to do my best to decode this. But this is coming up right here. And it's connected. Okay. Why this is so highly guarded, this area. So some stuff going on down there I don't want you to know about. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, CIA decoded. Here we go. So I'm going to just go off of what I found on Wikipedia. And I went with the motto first. And I went with the unofficial motto. So the motto is the work of a nation, the center of intelligence. What a cool job that would probably be to have, to work for the CIA. I think that'd be a pretty freaking cool job because I have a lot of Scorpio energy in me. I don't know about you, but it'd be a pretty cool job. But anyway, the unofficial motto, that's what I went by. And it's from the Bible. Now, the Bible obviously is, the church and state are one of the same, and government, because that's why, you know, they inaugurate the president with the hand over the Bible, and there's no separation. So there you have it. That's the truth bomb there. But they use John 8:32 here. And if it was incorrect, I would imagine someone would correct it, but there it stands. So I went with it. And I love breaking down the Bible because it's the largest spell book in the world. And there it is. It's the 192. Off of the King James Version, of course. And we go right into alchemy now to get the bridge, right? And we have this element called iridium. And iridium comes from the Greek goddess Iris, which of course means rainbow, which is tied to light, which is tied to human beings. I'm going to get into that in a little bit here. Then we bring it into the golden ratio. 77 appears at the 37 and 38th decimal digit. This is so fascinating because look at the latitude, longitude of where the headquarters of the CIA is at 38 degrees north, 77 degrees west. There's the 77, there's the 38. Right inside the golden ratio. This is part of the source code, ladies and gentlemen, along with alchemy and numerology. They all play a hand in it, et cetera, et cetera. And, this was a big part of my Hotel Capricorn Decoded. If you haven't checked this one out, check it out. Hotel Capricorn, Hotel California, the great band, the Eagles. And I broke this down and, the 5 band members that sang that song, when you add up their birthdays, July 22nd, November 6th, March 21st, September 8th, November 20th, you're going to get the number 77. And the Hotel California is Hotel Capricorn because they're going to equal the same thing in numerology. Capricorn means time. California means time. It's your temple. It's your body. It's your eyeball. Okay? And this is the CIA. What the truth shall set you free. Their motto, the unofficial motto. You're being used, ladies and gentlemen, by the supernatural, by the God, whatever you want to call it. That organization. There's no hall passes. Doesn't matter how high up in the hierarchy you are. You're being used by energies outside this reality. Period. This iridium means your eyeball. Okay, this is the Stargate. This is the astrological map. As above, so below. Right there. You can't miss it. So, as I did in my last decode, I broke down the song in the line items. Check that out if you watch my last decode on Fool Decoded, which was off the Who. Won't get fooled again. But the last 2 lines of Hotel California were the big ones, right? You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Remember, the truth shall set you free. That's the CIA's unofficial motto. The Central Intelligence Agency. So it's line 47 and 48. You add those up, you get 95. And just like that, we have one half of what I've been showing consistently over and over. A lot of you great decoders have been showing it. It's the I am. I am that I am, which runs the organizations down here in this reality. There is no exceptions. Okay, we're all being part of a screenplay. It's a movie called a simulation. You just got to be the star in your own movie. And and according to what this is saying, you ain't ever leaving. You're here, man. That's it. Be the best little devil you can be. So let's break this scripture down. Their unofficial motto. Let's have some fun with this. I'm going to put your jaw on the floor. I'm telling you, this one was so much fun, and it's just unbelievable, the synchronicities. Unbelievable. Well, it's believable now, but just wow. So here it is, John 8 verses 32. It's a 58. Of course, as fate would have it, what is 58? Remote control. What do you think this organization is being controlled by? Remote control by the supernatural. It's the puppet master. And there's many titles, there's many different energy that go to that. But this is what we are, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of you are going to refute that. That's fine. But my research is showing that we are little puppets on strings, and you have a screenplay to play out. And this organization, it does not have an exception to that. They are playing out their screenplays as well. It's chaos and order. Isaiah 45 verses 7. It just throws things out there, and then then mankind's, it's playing a game, folks. We're playing the light game. That's what this whole thing is. And the truth that's going to set you free is realizing that you're a puppet on strings. And so are these people. Okay, there's no exceptions here. I'm going to continue to show this a little bit deeper here. Let's get into some golden ratio. And, you could call this kind of computer science, if you will. So Remote control is a 58, but its remote is 27. 27 is tied to NSOF. So you get into Kabbalah is in here. Think about it. Remote control, being controlled remotely outside of this reality. 27 and 31. So I decided to, where is the 27 and 31 in the string of the golden ratio? Well, I got to go 138 decimal digits. We're going to get to that 138. But there they are, the 27 and the 31. And I'm showing you this. This is new stuff, ladies and gentlemen, for you great decoders. This is more advanced layers of decoding. But if you're a decoder and you want to start decoding, this is what you can do with the golden ratio. And this is not a one-hit wonder. I have a lot of layers that I'm going to be bringing out with this methodology. Okay, 27 and 31. And just like that, bam, we have it tied to the Truman Show. We're in a movie. Earth is a movie. The whole thing is a movie, all of it. The good, the bad, and the ugly. 138 decimal digits. Lanthanum. It means to lie hidden. What is lying hidden? We're being controlled. Okay, this is nothing new, but we're supporting the old stuff that's been out for a very long time. The Greeks coined it ambrosia. Okay, it's just you go into the Vedas, Upanishads. It's all in there in the ancient text, and this is exactly what's going on. This would even bleed into the 58th element. Cerium is going to have that 138. These numbers encroach; they bleed. But then I decided to take all these digits out of the equation and add them up, and there we go. So here it is: 27 to 31, 76 digits. What's 76? The Wizard of Osmium. That's right. So you can go and check out my Wizard of Oz Decoded. It's all plastered all over that, showing you the Wizard of Oz controls mankind remotely. And look at the total addition of all 76 digits. Full remote control in the golden ratio, that 33. This is going to lead to uranium, protactinium, the higher 90 digits of the elements of the periodic table. There's that notorious 33 with the 0 of infinite potential behind it. I'm going to show this in a little bit later on down the line for this decode. But ladies and gentlemen, this one blew my mind. This is probably the highlight of the entire decode right here. So this is their unofficial model, John 8:32. So I'm like, okay, well, it's 8 chapters, verse 32. So I said, I figure, how many verses are there per chapter? And then I'm going to add them up, see if there's any correlation, see if there's any big truth bombs here. So John chapter 1 has 51 verses. Now, just so you can see what I'm talking about, here's John 1. You go all the way down here, and this is what I did, 51. And I went to John chapter 2, went all the way down, and there's 25. And then I did them all for him. So here's 51, 25. John chapter 3 has 36. John chapter 4 has 54. Whoops, all the way down. All the way down here to chapter 8, verses 32. So I'm going to add all these up, ladies and gentlemen, all of them. And look at what I got. Bam! It's 369. Ladies and gentlemen, the keys to the universe. That's right. You are the key to the universe. It's all about electromagnetic frequency down here. It's the wave frequencies. What is the truth that will set you free? Ladies and gentlemen, you are the I am. That's why you say, I am this, I am that. I am convinced. I am absolutely convinced that you are the I am. And there's obviously many different layers to this. But this is definitely, in my book, saying mankind is being used, and it's the supernatural coming down to play out its own game. You would do it if you created this game. You'd come down and play it. Remote control. You get the sim games I've broken down, Minecraft, the games. It's all fractals, ladies and gentlemen. This was a humdinger. And then if you add up iodine and americium, 126 and 243, and I showed this in my Dios Decoded, several other decodes. A lot of you have been showing this. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. You can't mistake this now. So what is the truth? It's the I am, folks. This is the motto, the unofficial motto. Okay, where are they getting their intelligence from? I'm going to show you their astrological map too, a little bit. Here it is. Here's the astrological map of when this organization was formed on September 18th, 1947. The 18 is a big standout because Jesus and Christ both equal 18 in numerology. That's why they use the Bible for their book, for their inauguration. State, church, government, all tied together. There is no separation. Okay? It's the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's chaos and order here. So September 18th, of course, 1947. 47 is Tetragrammaton, the God of the Holy Bible. Hello. Pretty easy to see. Here is their card of illumination for September 18th. It's the 6 of clubs. It's card number 19, and it means the messenger. In the tarot, it means a victory. So here is the map. Here's the this is sidereal astrology now. Here is the astrological map, and I did it at 9 a.m. because I don't know, exactly the time. So the houses may change, but the zodiac signs and the planetary placements will not. And obviously the big standout was this cluster of energy in the sign of Virgo. Virgo is the 6th sign. We are made up of carbon. This is where carbon would sit. Here's the 6 right on the card. Okay. And Virgo is all about perfection. Central Intelligence Agency, all about perfection, trying to get the intelligence of perfection. And it's the Sun, Venus, Mercury, and Neptune. Now, this was formed in 1947. 47, the age of Pisces. This is the 12th house of Pisces. Neptune is the co-ruler of Pisces, and my research leads me to Neptune creating the screenplay for the age of Pisces, writing the screenplay, maybe writing the screenplays for all the ages. That's its job, okay? The sea monster, as it's called. And, of course, these are just flipped because Pisces is here in the 6th house. Okay, so it's very, very interesting. We know governments and states are typically tied to Kronos. So Kronos, where was Kronos? If this is exactly right, 9 a.m. So when business is open, that's why I later that. Kronos was in its own domicile house, the 10th house. And of course, the ultimate desire, Pluto, getting to the root of things, strongly, heavily invested into the occult, deep, deep down dark secrets, obviously at the midheaven position, which is service to the world. And then you have the mighty Cancer ruled by the moon. So where's the moon? The moon was over here in the sign of Libra on the ascendant, if this is at 9 a.m. The wound of Chiron, looking for the wound of the world. That's the job of the Central Intelligence Agency, okay? When it's doing its job from a utopian standpoint. And then it's in the sign of Libra. Well, here's the constellation of Libra. Where does this fit? Right over the top of the Washington, D.C. White House. It's right, you can't miss it. It's right there, and this is in supporting the government of Washington, D.C. It's right there. And of course, remember, in 1808, when they broke ground for the White House, guess where the sun was? It was in Libra. Okay? That's why this constellation fits right over the front of the White House, because it's representing Libra, the scales of justice. So many synchronicities in this right here. Jupiter being the co-ruler of the 12th house, sitting in the sign of Scorpio. Scorpio writing the occult. Of course, Pluto and all that. So you just jump around. Mars up here in the 9th house, representing the higher mind. Sirius right next door. Uranus, perhaps running the whole entire show. And then the other big standout, ladies and gentlemen, was down here in the 5th house, in the sign of Aquarius. And it's Athena, which is the goddess of wisdom. So where's the wisdom coming in that's entering into this agency? Through Aquarius. Aquarius is an air sign. And this Athena in this 5th house, being in the air sign of Aquarius, is in the house of Leo. So Leo is up here and across the way in the 11th house. But what's ruling Leo? The sun. So we'd go right back to the sun. And all this cluster of energy here in the 12th house of Virgo, the sign of perfection. The last day of creation, day number 6. The 6th zodiac sign, Virgo. The 6th element on the periodic table, carbon. The I am, ruling over this agency, ladies and gentlemen, for sure. And then this 19th card, if you watch my Astro Alchemy, is going to fit in the 6th house. Because 13 sit in the middle, 14 would go to 1, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. And so it's just right across the way from this cluster of energy in the 12th house. And this 126 is, when you bring them together, that's the iodine. Okay? The iodine. There's just so many layers to this astrological map, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to keep it brief but there it was. And again, it's got the 6 right on the card. So the 6 of clubs can also fit in the 6th house naturally just because it has the 6 in there. So this Pisces and Virgo right here. And, during the Piscean age, 1947, these are no-brainers. This is so easy to see with this astrological map, how crazily synchronized this is and scripted this whole screenplay is for the Central Intelligence Agency. So let's go with their card. September 18th, 6 of clubs card. It's the 19th card in the deck. Let's attach some alchemy to that to get a deeper meaning of what it means to have this birth card. If you're born on September 18th, well, there you go. Well, it's tied to the element potassium. Potassium having 19 protons. Its most abundant atomic mass, 38.96. And the reason why I have selenium here, ladies and gentlemen, is because to remind you, the weight of potassium, 38, is the degrees of north latitude that this headquarters is located at. So not only does it have the 19th card in the deck for September 18th when it was founded, but the 19th element has the 38 as its atomic mass, matching that latitude north. So I wanted to naturally get the longitude west. And it's going to link to this element called selenium, which is the Greek word for selene, which means the moon. The moon. So, you can say the sun and the moon is here, but the moon has a big say in this. The moon could be the server in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. These right here. And there is the latitude, longitude of where this agency is located at, headquarters-wise, from an alchemical standpoint. And when you add those up, ladies and gentlemen, 19 plus 34, 53. Once again, it's iodine, ladies and gentlemen. You can't miss it. And again, that 126, if I go back to the astrological map, here's house number 12, here's house number 6. 1947, age of Pisces. All this cluster of energy in the 12th house, 1, 2, and 6. It's the iodine right there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2 houses of the Christ. Christ was born of a virgin, Virgo, and then he was a fisher of men, Pisces. Okay? Jesus was an 18 in numerology. Okay? Folks, that's why they use the Bible for state, church, and government. It's all together. There's no separation in this reality. None whatsoever. And there it was. The latitude, longitude through alchemy leads to the 53rd element, iodine. And that's one half of the I am that I am. And here's the humdinger to summarize and complete this part of the decode, ladies and gentlemen. Bam! Those of you that are fans of the English, it's the 243. And there it is, 243. Right there for the latitude, longitude, and the numerology in the English. It's the I am. What do you think's running this agency? It's the men and women of this agency. Amazing people, right? Mine's not their own. That's my opinion, but I'm supporting it, and I've been doing it 400 plus decoders now, ladies, and no one gets a hall pass. The good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's just, again, going to their unofficial motto, going and adding up all these verses to find where that 8 verses 32 is, 3, 6, 9, I am. Okay, folks, you can't miss this now, ladies. This is the truth that's going to set you free, realizing that you are the I am. The I am is using everybody in this reality to play out its own game. This is a game. This is a movie. Okay? I know there's horrible things that happen. There's amazing things that happen. But at the end of the day, you're in a movie. And when you watch a movie and you get emotionally involved with it and it's not real, but you're getting emotionally involved with it, why do you get emotionally involved with it? It's the same situation. These are fractals, Mandelbrot said, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get a little bit more into the cards and the tarot. So, of course, here's the official birth card for September 18th when this agency was established. And here's its spirit card. Right here, which is my birth card, as fate would have it. Here I am showing you this. The 8 of Spades, 1947. This organization was formed in 1947. This is its spirit card, or the handler card, which rules over this card right here. And this card is the tarot, showing the picture for the 6 of clubs. It's card number 27. 27 is tied to remote, as in remote control. Remember I showed you that? This is the card of victory. Victory, this card. Heaven equals 27. Golden equals 27. Ensof equals 27. So many layers to the 27, tied to cobalt, the sun, et cetera, and then trapped it. So what is this saying? Well, there's going to be victory, of course, but you're trapped and limited down here. And maybe, just maybe, you can check it out any time you like, but you can never leave. And that maybe, just maybe, that's the truth that's going to set you free. Okay, you're the star of the movie, ladies and gentlemen. So we're getting to the tail end of this. Here's the gentleman who started the Central Intelligence Agency. Let me just go to the actual Wikipedia here. And Harry Truman, okay, he created the Central Intelligence Group, which gave way to the Central Intelligence Agency for the National Security Act in 1947. Why 1947? 47 is Tetragrammaton, the God of the Bible. Judaism, Christianity, in bed together. It doesn't matter which one you are, they are one in the same. Okay, that's why when people say, I'm this, I'm that, it doesn't matter because it's all a big Ponzi scheme. Ponzi scheme is 53, tied to the iodine. Okay, he was the 33rd president. 33. Remember what that 33 was? Right here. It was found in the remote control. We pulled the remote control, the 27 and the 31. There's the 33 with the 0 after it. Kind of very fitting, right? Because Harry Truman is 58 for his numerology. How about that? Harry S. Truman Young, and you got to dig because, you got to get the last name of his mother's maiden name, which was Young, and you get the 58. The guy was born on May 8th. What is the month of May? 5. That's the 58, folks. That's why I got it tied right there. You can't miss. This is so synchronized, so scripted. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And that's why it's all to the puppet master. Sirium, the goddess of agriculture, tied to the earth, tied to Hades, Prometheus. So all of this is tied together. All of this is tied together, ladies and gentlemen. And maybe this last piece will set you free. Because there it is. The unofficial motto. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Tied to Harry Truman, his birthday, tied to his name. He's the one who started the Central Intelligence Agency. This is our unofficial motto. And you can't get any more straightforward than that, folks. So this is my opinion, right? I mean, like I said, if you get a job there, it was a pretty amazing job, because if you're into crime and drama and all that kind of stuff, and you want to play the game at that level, and their job is collecting intelligence. But they're being used to collect the intelligence. Your mind's not your own, folks. That's my final answer. That's my final answer. And I mean, is it room for change? Well, someone's got to really show me something to move me out of that position, because I just don't see it any other way. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Central Intelligence Agency decoded. I'm sure somebody from the CIA is going to watch this. Maybe they're going to laugh. But there you have it. And would love to hear what you saw. I'm sure some of you, when you see the title, you're like, oh my God, was he decoding that? Yeah. So would love to hear what you saw on this. I mean, it's pretty crystal clear, all this stuff. It's just so easy to see. I mean, come on. His name is 58. He was born on May 8th, which is 58. The official motto is 58. 58 is remote control. It's puppet master. I mean, come on, folks. We're being controlled remotely by the supernatural, however that looks. Okay? Something's controlling mankind. The voice in your head that owns you. Where the voice is coming from? Well, those own you, ladies. You're not just getting them from nowhere. They're coming from somewhere. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it sounds like a broken record, I know. I'm having fun, though. This is just a fun reality to play out once you can start to have the eyes to see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, keep your comments coming. Just keep them cordial. But that's all I got for today. My name is Logan for Decode Your Reality. Until next time, we will see you later.